All right, guys, Old School Will. We got another one for you. Man, I'm just cranking these things out this week. Good gracious. As y'all know, school is getting ready to start. And we have a lot of parents that are upset about teachers giving them lists of school supplies for their kids to come back to school. And a lot of parents are upset due to the fact that they don't like the list because they think that most of the items that they're buying for their kids will benefit other kids. So these individuals are mad. And before we go down this road, I got something that I'd like to ask each and every one of you that I've been kind of confused with my entire life. Well, at least the latter part of my life. And that is, believe it or not, I'm in my 70s. I know I don't look it. I still look pretty good, I guess. And then some of y'all gonna probably disagree with that, like some of you mostly do that anyway. But anyhow, how do you feel about a person being over 60 or 65 and they're still paying school taxes? Now, don't get me wrong, I have no problem paying school taxes, but the question that I do have is, if I'm in my latter part of my days and I'm still paying this, where is the money going? Why and why can't that money go toward taking care of these kids, instead of going into a general fund like everything else goes as far as taxes and spent here, there, and everywhere? But I really flat out don't get it as far as the tax situation. But we're here because we have a few wretched, ghetto, hood rats that call themselves mothers, and they have no heart at all as far as helping their fellow man or kids. Now, yesterday I just published the situation we have here in Houston with the mass number of women that camped out over 24 hours to get hair weaves, which was less than a mile from where I grew up. But yet and still, they take offense toward helping underprivileged kids that need those supplies. I'm gonna stop saying I don't get it, because I do get it. I know what the problem is. The problem is ignorance, selfishness, entitlement, greed, laziness, and being totally inconsiderate toward others. And this is sad. This is beyond sad. But I'm not going to talk you to death on this one. I'm going to let you see it for yourself, and I may or may not comment on it, I just want you to see it for yourself and comment and tell me what you think about it. And if you like it, don't forget to like and subscribe, because it helps that algorithm thing and all that other stuff on my on our platform here. I shouldn't say mine, because it is ours. I'm just doing a lot of the work, which I don't mind at all, because as I keep saying, I do love what I'm doing. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and let's take a look at some of these ratchet, ghetto, selfish people that don't believe in taking care of kids.
I feel like when it comes to the school supplies, if every student in the classroom is bringing the supplies that was listed, why is it that everybody have to combine everything together and share? Then when the teacher also requests her little list of the things that she need for the whole classroom, when you was in Target buying all that stuff trying to decorate your classroom, sweetheart, you didn't stop and get you some Lysol and some hand sanitizer? My responsibility as a parent is to only take care of my child, to supply what my child needs in order for him to learn in school. All of that extra stuff, I don't care to do that, and I don't want to do that. And then let's not forget, you go spend all that money buying all that stuff that the school listed what your child needed, and a lot of that stuff they don't even be using, and don't even be sending it back home.
To school time, and I'm about to go pick up all the stuff for my kids. But here's the thing, I've been noticing lately, when people are doing their back to school shopping, everybody's complaining. And my thing is, listen, it is the end of August. I will give you anything to take my kids. I'll get you a yellow binder, I'll get you a red binder, I will tie-dye some shit. You take these kids out of my house, I'll get you whatever you want. I'm telling you right now, if there was a teacher said, you know what, I need some Tide, I'm gonna get you some Tide. You can put whatever you want on that list. All you people saying, I'm not gonna pick up any Kleenex for the class. Oh, you can't give that teacher a Kleenex. These teachers have been making plans to teach your kids, and you're all complaining about some pencils? Some pencils? Are you kidding me? Do you know how much I would pay them just to get my kids out of my face? That's number one. Number two, I have spent hours of my life teaching my dog math and history. I don't know anything about history, and there's a lady somewhere willing to teach my daughter about some history, and she wants a yellow binder to do it. I'm gonna get that bitch a yellow binder. I'm gonna fill up a cart with just stuff. You know what? Stuff that isn't even on that list. What is this? Is some orange juice? No, you want some super glue? I'll get you some super glue. I'll get you as much super glue as you want, because you're going to teach my kids. And guess what that means? I don't have to teach my kids. All you parents going on, I'm spending so much money. Oh yeah, and guess what? You don't think those teachers are spending money? They are going to spend 9 hours a day. They're not even allowed to hit your kids. You hear what I'm saying? Do you know how many times you hit your kids this summer? They're going to be with your kids every day, teaching your kids, and be like, oh, you know what? You want a microwave? I'll get you a microwave. I'll get you a microwave. You put it on the list. I'm going to put a microwave in here. There's a teacher somewhere that could use them. I'm going to get somebody a microwave. Teacher, you want a mat that says hello on? I'll get you a mat that says hello. There's a teacher going to get a lot of presents this year. I am telling you, what is wrong with people? These teachers have to put up with your kids for an entire year. And all you guys got to say, I don't want to buy the pencils. Buy the pencils. That, all you want is some pencils? And you're going to teach my kids those? I'll get you some pencils. I'll get you a pencil sharpener. I'll get you whatever you want, because this is ridiculous. Some of you women are really shitty mothers. Damn! And listen, my empathy is probably one of my favorite things about me, and it extends far further than it should. But a lot of you women are shitty mothers. Like, that's just what it comes down to. Y'all are shitty, not even shitty mothers, y'all are shitty people. Y'all are bad people. Bad people raising children makes what? More bad people. Now, not all the time, but a lot of times. And I just think that, like, the fact that some of y'all are on here talking about how you don't want to buy your kids school supplies, how you don't want to buy extra school supplies for the classroom, but at the same time you expect the teacher to lay their life down for your kid if there were to be an active shooter, or if something were to go down at the school. You expect the teacher to protect your child with their life as if that was their own child, but you can't even buy extra pencils or extra pens or extra pack of paper. Like, you're a shitty, selfish person. That's just what it comes down to. And I'm not above, and I will never be above calling women out. Like, I would call me out. That's fine. I don't care. But, like, I'm also going to call you out. And if you're a shitty person, you're a shitty person.
Since when is it a crime to not buy your kids school supplies? I stopped buying my kids school supplies back when they were in, like, first or second grade, I used to do it and I spent all my money on it, and I'd make sure they have notebooks and papers and pens and stuff. And then they started doing this stuff where they should make kids share. Like, they make them share the school supplies, and they tell you to help out the teacher, to help her save some money because she doesn't get paid enough. Like, tell your job to pay you more, or don't be a teacher. I don't know. The first year I did it, the teachers like kind of rolled their eyes on me, but then since then it's been nothing. And now my youngest is going into 4K, and her teacher is giving me this attitude because I told her I'm not buying her anything except for a backpack. And if I do buy her something, I'm labeling it with permanent marker with her name. Like, teachers can make their own money. They get paid, right? I don't buy supplies for other kids. I'm not wasting my money on that. It's not that I'm poor. I have plenty of money in the bank. I'm just not paying for that shit. It's not my job. Like, I'll pay for my own kids, and that's it. They can use the community jar, the community crayons. I'm not buying them their own shit, especially if they're gonna share it.
I have decided none of my 6 kids will be returning to school for the year 2025. There's absolutely no way I am going to force my kids to be stuck in a prison-like system for 8 hours a day for the next how many so years. I have decided to unschool my kids. I'm going to allow them to have a childhood. I'm going to allow them to pretty much live on their own, decide what interests they have, and I will be helping them on the way. Now, this is not traditional homeschooling. A lot of parents don't know about this new unschooling, but it has literally been around for the last 50 years. And it's 100% legal. My kids ain't going to school. Absolutely not.
I felt the need to address this comment because I've seen it on multiple teacher videos, and I really don't think the general public is informed about public schools and the money that we get. So first off, we do not have an unlimited budget. Teachers and schools have budgets for the simplest things, even paper, like copy paper. I've seen schools where teachers, if you run out of a certain amount of copies a month, that's it. You have to wait till next month because that's what's budgeted for. And also, money comes from the state. So lots of things go into factor when states give public schools money. One of those, attendance. So if you have kids that are constantly truant, they're constantly absent, the school's going to get less money. That's why schools push for attendance, because the more kids are at school, the more money we get from the state. Also, state testing. Teachers hate state testing. I have not met a single teacher that likes state testing. So I know parents hate it. I'm a parent. I hate state testing. I'm a teacher. I hate state testing. But unfortunately, public schools get money for state testing. So if your school performs higher on the state test, you'll get more money. And if you perform lower, well, you don't get as much. So unfortunately, no, that's not really possible. If we are literally budgeting for things down to like copy paper, ink. I mean, certain schools have a limit on how much teachers can print because it's in the budget. And if you go over that, you can't do much about it. So unfortunately, we don't have, money to buy school supplies for every single kid. And that's why public schools have to, get supplies from parents or like school supply drives, things like that, because it's just not possible with the way school budgets work. And I will tell you, I'm going to tell everybody this, not just this commenter. If you are not happy with how public schools are run, with state testing, because we tell parents all the time, don't complain to teachers and teachers and schools, because we can't do a thing about state testing. That goes to the state. So y'all need to contact your representatives, your state representatives. Y'all need to contact them, talk about how they should be providing more to public schools. And then maybe if enough people do that, maybe one day schools can buy school supplies for every single child and not put that burden on the teachers and the parents. Just food for thought.
Parents, don't buy the supplies. I don't care. Don't bother me none. as a teacher, this is how it's going to go in October. Hi, Johnny needs a pencil right now. What do you mean he needs a pencil right now? Oh, I wrote a note in a planner last week and let you know that his supplies are running low. He needs glue sticks, he needs crayons, and he needs pencils. Per your wishes and boundaries, Johnny's only allowed to use the supplies that are labeled with his name. He's out. I don't know what Johnny did with them. He is only 8 years old. He likes to color in art. He likes to color all over his paper. He likes to color on his table. I'm not sure where they all went. I know Johnny has the sniffles. That's why I asked for an extra box of tissues. And wipes. He's not allowed to use other kids' wipes or the school supplied wipes. Because he's only allowed to use the wipes that you provided, and they've been gone. I've been writing notes in the planner. Sorry you didn't check it. I've been writing them. I know it's difficult to find school supplies right now in October. That's why we asked for them in August when the shelves are stocked and supplied with them. Per your wishes, I didn't give him any because you specifically told me only those labeled with his name. So unfortunately, Johnny hasn't been able to take any tests, assessments, or finish any work for the past 2 days. I've reached out multiple times. Sorry you didn't check the email, the notes in the planner, or your voicemail. It will be reflected in his grade. Have a great day.
So I guess there is a heated debate going on right now about sharing school supplies. I'm a mom of 5. I have been buying school supplies for a very long time, and I will continue buying school supplies for a very long time. So me complaining about it would not change anything anyway, so that is not what this is about. But I do have a question to kind of change the dynamic of the conversation just a little bit and get a teacher's perspective. As a teacher, what do you find to be an excessive amount for a kindergartner for their school supplies? That's not a nap mat, that's not a backpack, nothing, just straight school supplies. What do you think, at what point do you start cringing that, ooh, that might be too high? Let me know.
I seen a post where this woman was saying, stop putting y'all names on the kids' school supplies because it's just not for your kids. I don't have money to help Sally, John, Lucy. Baby, my money, what I spend on for my kids is just for my kids. Everybody is going through. We don't have the money to be trying to help other households. On top of that, y'all be putting stuff on the list for the teacher. My kids' list got 4 boxes of Kleenexes. Imagine every single kid in the classroom of 20 bring 4 boxes of Kleenexes on top of the Lysol spray and wipes. It is insane how they don't understand everybody is still going through. Everybody is going through something. I feel like people who are in position to help, I'm pretty sure they don't mind helping. But it's a lot of us that can only do for our kids. These my kids that I had, that my responsibility. Ain't no other kid my responsibility. It is my job to make sure my kids have everything that they need for school, and that's it. So anything on that list outside of that, I'm not sure I'll be able to do it, baby.
Hey parents, don't buy the supplies. Do not go to the store and get them. Just send your kid with a backpack. That spray ground, that state backpack, that Lululemon, whatever. Just send them with a backpack. And let me tell you what's going to happen. A teacher like me right here, I'm not going to even trip. Because I don't care. Because one thing's for sure and 2 things for certain. Y'all going to be up there. You're going to be at the school asking me why your child was docked points on an assignment when they wrote it in pencil. And the assignment called for a blue crayon. So if Sarah's blue crayon breaks, and little Johnny has a blue crayon, I'm going to tell Johnny, you know what? We're not doing community supplies. So therefore, do not help Sarah out. Sarah mama don't want us to use the supplies. She want to use what she sent. And her crayon is broken. She don't want to use it. So there's points off. That's what we saying. I'm not taking your little girl's strawberry shortcake folders and giving it to somebody else. I'm not that type of teacher. I really don't know any teachers that do that. If they do, hey, I get why you mad. But for the most part, whatever you send them with, like, that's theirs. Now, there are situations where, hey, if math class is red folders and your child don't have a red folder and I got a red folder in my closet, she gonna get that red folder. She can't use strawberry shortcake because it's not red. It's a system. Now, if you buy everything on the list and I put on their red folders and she got the little 5-star red folder, that's fine. She gonna use the 5-star red folder because that's hers. She bought it. I understand you don't want them using certain things because you pay extra money for it. I get it. But I'm not taking up supplies like that. However, if you don't have what I asked for, you're gonna get what's coming out this closet.
And another thing, y'all think we finna sit up here on this app and argue with y'all about school supplies that y'all not finna send to the school because you ain't been doing it no way? Absolutely not. We know you're not gonna send no school supplies to the school because you ain't done it already. You don't even teach your kids how to respect their teachers when you're away from them. How do I know this? Because you don't even respect their teachers enough to spend $20 or $30 on some school supplies to help your child out for the whole school year. Teach your kid how to respect you and respect themselves so that they can in turn respect others. Who said that?
If these teachers decide to say fuck this shit and fuck y'all kids, a lot of y'all gonna be in motherfucking trouble. For somebody that's finna have my kid, which is like a second parent because I'm not there, almost 7-8 hours out the motherfucking day. Girl, you can get whatever, he or she, you can get whatever the fuck you want from me. You bitches is complaining about supporting these teachers because of the list they send home. But you gonna go over there and support that same sorry ass nigga that ain't did shit for you all year. But lay up in your shit, eat your food, dry your car, tear up your motherfucking car. Don't put no gas in your car. Have hoes riding around in your car. Have his friends riding around in your car. He made no money in your car. Y'all up here complaining about motherfucking school supplies. Like, you bitches gotta get a grip. The same motherfucking village that y'all sit up here and complain that y'all don't have, when it's time to pitch in, it's a motherfucking problem. And all this woofing and huffing and motherfucking puffing about school supplies. Bitch, homeschool them then. Teach them at home. I guarantee you gonna wish you would've bought them 4 boxes of Kleenex. 4 fucking bottles of hand sanitizer. Y'all got me upset.
Every school year, you raggedy motherfuckers come on somebody's social media app and complain about what the teachers require for their fucking classroom to be successful, completely negating that these fucking teachers spend their own paychecks on your raggedy ass, undeserving ass children. Okay? If you don't want to pay for things that require classrooms, stop having fucking kids. It's funny how I am an auntie, never had children, but I fully understand what it takes to run a classroom. And I'm super grateful for the teachers who sacrifice not only their life, but their financial status to make sure that these babies move forward. But instead, you're worried about 4 boxes of fucking tissue. But when they at home with you, all you do is complain about how they eating up all your fucking food. But you complaining about tissue? Like, make it make sense. Have you seen a child blow their nose? You want to have kids, but you don't want to have none of the responsibility of what it takes to raise a child. And you want everybody else to bear that fucking responsibility. Many of you guys are shitty ass parents, and you don't deserve to have been able to procreate. Stop complaining about what these fucking teachers need for their classrooms. Otherwise, homeschool them little bitches. Alright? Homeschool them and then see what it takes to run a fucking classroom, since you got so much to fucking say. FYI, my mother was a teacher, and I'll knock your head off when you start talking about fucking teachers, bitch. Have a great day.